Hello, everybody. Not really sure what the best way to say this is, but I have committed a catastrophic blunder on the Ultimate Ironman here. I have wiped about 5 bill worth of items. I will go ahead and put on screen all of the items that we lost. Obviously, you've got the scythe, twisted bow, full torva, Zarite crossbow, saturated imbued heart. Basically everything in the inventory you can see what we managed to keep. I did keep the shadow, so that's cool, I guess. About 6,000 4-dose brews, about 3,000 4-dose super combats, the chugging barrel, 87,000 cannonballs, and yeah, the rest of this is actually just the loot that I was collecting from the wilderness video that I was working on, which is why I died. I recently just got all of the revenant weapons. I guess we kept the Ursine chain mace too, and I was working on this really fun video that I'm not going to get to finish, which I'm really actually pretty sad about, where I was taking all of our newly acquired revenant weapons to all of the wilderness bosses to get our hands on a Void Waker. I was probably about halfway done with the video before we actually just ended up wiping, so I guess I'll walk you through what happened. For those of you who don't know how Ultimate Ironman works, I don't really know why you're watching this, but I guess hi. We have unique death mechanics where when we die, all of our items will drop to the ground. A 1-hour timer starts, and after that 1 hour of in-game time has passed, those items will despawn out of the game. So obviously, because I'm going into the wilderness, I don't want to bring my stuff out there, so what we do is we do that. We drop our items in big piles on the ground known as death piles, and then once per hour we come and reset them. As an end game Ultimate Ironman, I do have kind of a lot of stuff. During wilderness content, I will have either 4 or 5 active death piles depending on if my wilderness PVM setup is on the ground or not. So here is one of the death piles that we kept, which is just the ongoing loot gathered throughout the video. Next up we have the wilderness PVM setup death pile like I mentioned. The third pile is our resupply pile. It's got some restores, some super combats, usually there's some brews on there. And yeah, you might notice that we're missing the 4th pile, so something happened to that. This is the last time that I ever saw this stuff. I know it's not the best angle, but you can make out Amethyst Arrow, Twisted Bow, Scythe of Vitter. If you go ahead a couple of frames, you can see there's roughly 1,700 ticks left on the despawn pile, which is great. That's about 17 minutes, but unfortunately, we all know what happened. I think I probably spent about 5 hours going through the forensics, digging into every single clip that I recorded that day, and I stumbled upon this clip, which is where the death piles had been reset. Well, according to me, they had, and I am just resetting our elite clue stack before going back into the wilderness. The really telling piece of information here is actually on the minimap. Here is the last time we saw the items before the death pile, and here is the last time that we saw the death piles on the minimap. And you can tell that this death pile, which contains the now missing death pile, contains items on it both before and after we death piled, which means somewhat conclusively, almost entirely conclusively, that this was just our fault, that I, for some reason, just didn't reset it. The only counterpoint would be that it's possible I re-death piled all that stuff on the same tile again. It's not that unlikely. It's pretty unlikely, especially because I don't normally try and do that sort of thing. It just kind of happens coincidentally from time to time. But considering I've done this thousands of times and I've never once made a mistake, I just don't think I would ever be able to feel closure about what happened unless I reached out to Jagex and politely asked them if they could look into it. Fortunately, they did, and yeah, they basically confirmed that it is their belief that in this case it was user error. So that is exactly the closure that I needed, so I really appreciate Jagex for looking into this. I've never asked them for anything, I don't think, so obviously huge shout out to the team and anyone who was involved. But yeah, some of you might be wondering why I would need closure, how it could even possibly be anything but my fault. There have been instances of UAM death piles turning into, I think, a stack of locator orbs once. Another guy, his stack turned into 157,000 diamond bolts E. Anyone who has played this game for any length of time knows that the spaghetti code will sometimes just cause errors. And in those cases, Jagex has actually reimbursed those players. So it was a possibility, but I am completely willing, not just willing, I take full responsibility, obviously, for what happened. And now that leaves us with the question of what we're gonna do next, because I'm just gonna be 100% transparent and honest. My heart is just, I feel like a part of me died. I will not be able to, I have no interest in rebuilding this account. I mean, I know we have the shadow. I mean, I even have full ancestral and like Missouri and a bunch of items in the POH stored. I imagine it'd probably take us like 1,000 hours or so to recover all of our lost items. But I will not be doing that because, I mean, I don't want to say I won't. I feel a lot of things right now. I feel anxious, isolated. I feel sad because I was having so much fun making this video, and I have like, I don't know, a week worth of content that is just no one's ever gonna see it. And the whole week I basically just spent talking to myself, I guess. And I feel so sad, man. Like every tiny little bit of mental effort that I put into this account out of the pure love and joy of it. Like, oh, you know what? I think I'll pick up these magic logs so I can do the new fletching minigame collection log, and just thinking about all of these long-term things. Each one of those things, that's probably like 1,000 hours of just like mental present-mindedness that was always going to come to fruition someday, at least in my head. But now it's just gone. Weirdly enough, I also feel relief because it's not exactly chill. It's not a chill game mode to play, and if I do quit, I don't have to worry about the weekly UAM nightmares that I'm sure all of you UAM out there can attest to. I could, I don't know, do something else with my life. I do really love making YouTube videos. It's like crazy. I am absolutely blessed to be able to do what I do, but this might be a catalyst for something else. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, I know in my heart of hearts, it truly doesn't really matter what I do. I've said this 100 times on the channel. Like, nothing really matters in its deepest, most truest sense. So long as you find meaning in it, that's all that really matters. And because nothing matters, you can find meaning in anything. And I know we're getting a little philosophical here, but yeah, I guess I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I just need some time to process. The wound is still fresh. I just wanted to update you guys. Obviously, we'll see how I feel in like a few weeks or months or something. I really hope this isn't the last YouTube video. I love playing this game. Like, I don't see myself being able to stay away for any extended period. I could theoretically start another Ultimate Ironman, and I kind of played around with that idea. There's just been so much new stuff that's been added in the 5 years since I started. Like, it's a completely different game now, but the thing is like in a couple of years, I will kind of be in the same place that I am now, doing the same grinds. That seems crazy. Just like doing it all over again. UAM Loki episode 1. That just like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really know how to put an end on this video. I guess I can imagine a lot of people will say like, you shouldn't trust the death plugin timers and probably a bunch of other stuff that I've already considered, but it's probably, maybe I'll just say I don't actually trust the timers. I use my own manual note-taking to monitor my death piles, and I come from an era where the despawn timer actually didn't pause on logout, so I don't even really log out with my stuff on the ground. I try and pick it up. I don't trust that the game is going to do what it says it's going to do. I take double and triple precautions every time I do something risky, but I guess these sorts of things just happen, man. I think also when Settled died on his Swampletics account, like a lot of people were saying he did it on purpose for the content. I can't even imagine what it must have been like to read all of those comments. If he truly did die authentically, which I'm sure he did. People are just always gonna be people, and I don't know. I've laid it all out for you here. I could probably say more stuff, give more details, but I think you guys have a good enough picture as it is. I guess Loki haters rejoice, bring on the memes, and yeah, I think that's it. So I don't know when I'll see you guys again, but hopefully I will see you. And I guess as always, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. Take care. Until next time, I love you. Bye.